What happens when we experience something unexpected in life? What is your knee-jerk response when the unexpected, an event that you would rather not happen, happens? Ponder that for a moment and witness how your mind perceives the meaning and how your mind categorizes the event that is happening. Does your mind immediately jumps to the negative thinking, or does your mind jumps to the positive thinking? Most people are not alone when your initial response is a negative mindset to the unexpected event happening in your life. Most people's reaction is to wonder, why is this happening to me? Versus how this may be happening for me. You are not alone, and it does take practice to release ourselves from this habitual thinking. So don't give yourself a hard time because the way that you think is predominantly negative. We all have to start somewhere. Because look around you, look around society. Most of the thinking that surrounds us is based on fear. That is the most standard that we see, the doom and gloom of life, the hard knocks life. And when we look around, it's almost as if it's a hard habit to escape from. You share exciting news to a friend, and most of their responses are, but what about this? And how are you going to do that? Blah, blah, blah. We all have heard it, and that's not what most of us want to hear. You're out and about enjoying your day and stop into the gas station and you hear the news talking about the doom of the economy and the rise in the cost of living. That's the sound of fear. And oh, is fear ever so loud. Whenever we experience something unexpected that puts a wrench in our plans, that causes delay in our movements, that puts damper onto our goals, our mind tends to immediately categorize it as negative. Because our initial emotional reaction to it is usually negative. And in our mind, we are thinking, this is not how I wanted this to go. That thought in itself is enforcing that we would rather have a different experience, in which causes friction, resistance, and negativity to brew, especially if we allow it to fester. Because we are stating to ourselves and grounded into the thought, into the belief, this is not what I want, in which may manifest feelings of resentment and even more circumstances that we do not desire. Because within that unexpected event lies a detour to what we expect, to what we want, or assume to happen. That detour is what removes us from the comfort of what was, which can result in anger, irritation, and many others. And the longer we stay in the idea of what was, the longer we stay away from the acceptance of what is in the now and what is happening, the harder time we will have, the more energy it will take to change course. Because we are still deeply rooted into what was and wishing and hoping it will go back to what was by avoiding what is. That is why many people in this world is angry all the time, because they have a hard time overcoming this habit, this way of thinking. That is why many people blame others, their surroundings, take it out on others because they simply avoid this truth. The slightest inconvenience controls their whole day, their whole mood, their whole outlook. It will take effort and your conscious awareness to overcome this way of thinking and behaving. We must recognize and understand that in order to improve our lives for the better, a shift in the mind is needed and necessary. We must shift our predominant way of thinking into a positive mindset. Life will have many unexpected events in our lives, and it's how we handle, how we manage the unexpected will create a better quality of life that many are searching for. We must shift our thinking from, why is this happening to me? And transform that into, how is this working for me? Many times, the detour in our life will turn out to be a blessing in disguise. The problem is the initial event will not feel like it. It will feel like things are not going in our favor, and things are going quite the opposite. You will not always be able to see the good right away, especially if our mind is focused on the negative side of things, especially if we dwell on creating a negative meaning onto our current experience. The good is hard to see, hard to find until it is in fruition. And in order for that fruition to come about, time and rearrangements are needed before the conclusion sets in. And it's not until after the dust is settled when we can fully see the good in all of it. The key is to practice knowing there's good at the end of it before seeing the fruition. Mastering this will aid you in entering a state of flow in life, and things will feel less heavy and less burdensome. Because your mindset is different. Your way of thinking has changed. You may not know ultimately where the unexpected will take you, but you stand back in the belief, knowing that this detour is leading you towards something good, and sometimes something even better. So, how is life working for you at this time? Thanks for listening and receiving this message. Please take what you need and let go of the rest. If you have enjoyed this content and it resonates, please support in any way you can. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you're interested in working with me as a life coach, or if you need more information about my coaching services and specialties, I'd be happy to give you more information. Please email me. My email is down below, and I wish for all to find what they're seeking.